Hi, welcome my YouTube channel. I'm Juliana. In case you are new, nice to meet you. In case you are here for a long time, welcome back. In case this video find you, it's been God send you this video for you. In this video, I want to talk about our hair. Our hair is keeping our memory. So all the time when I have bad memory, good memory, our hair is keeping our memory. That's why a lot of people, they start to lose a lot of hair because the hair it's connected with the cortisol level. And when your entire body, it's under the stress, it start to connect with the entire temple, every single things. And you start to losing hair. That's why if you notice, some people, they have a hole somewhere, like my son had here, because he been under something very traumatic for that person, and that traumatic experience left a huge mark on consciousness, and that's why sometimes the hair doesn't grow anymore. What's mean that? It mean the people who had a life very stressful life, been through a lot of things, but they didn't express the feelings. They hold the feelings for themselves. They got all the anger inside of them. Everything, they start to lose the hair. Before, God was keep put me, cut your hair, cut your hair, cut your hair, because it's gonna help you. And I was cutting, and I asked God, why you put me to cut my hair? And after he started to show me story on YouTube, on different videos, with people who've been under very traumatic experience. After they changed the hair color, they shaved the head. And I understand sometimes you need to fight with one experience by yourself and no one is there for you. And because of that anger inside of you, you want to remove that feelings, that memory. And what you start to do it, you change your hair color, you cut your hair, you want something new about yourself, because you had that much anger in you, you feel you can't recognize yourself. I don't know how to explain, but you look to yourself and say, I'm not me anymore. I've been under abuse, under such a traumatic life or something like that. You can't recognize yourself. You're not yourself anymore because you lost yourself. So that's why you're searching for yourself. You start to, or you put on weight, or you're losing too much on weight. You cut your hair, you start to experience a lot of color on your hair. You start to change things about you. Why? Because you cannot fight yourself anymore. You lost yourself. A part of you die. So all the time, I was saw a lot of women. One of the famous person, it was Demi Moore, when she was before to start to work on that movie stripper. That when she's working in the first airline or something like that, she was very short hair, and she was saying because of that experience she cut her hair and she started to work on her feminine energy. What mean her feminine energy? Feminine energies mean her vulnerable part, creator part. So she was trying to put out all her vulnerability, and in this lifetime, in this period, 2026, 2025, for the last 50 years, I don't know, 16 years, as a woman, we forgot to be vulnerable. We are scared to be vulnerable because if someone saw us crying, oh, don't cry like a baby. But it's very important, doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man, it's very important time to time to cry your frustration, your anger, your you need to start your healing process because this is the step of your healing process. So when you see a woman while she was have very long hair and she been under something and she cut her hair, she put on weight or she lost too much weight, that person been through something by herself and she never expressed to no one her anger, and she was have that much anger inside of her or him. And the best thing what you need to cut your hair. One of the things, because it's very important. I'm not gonna say now you've been, you broke up with someone and you cut your hair. No, 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 no. Yeah, you can go to the hair salon, you can change your hair color, you change the way how you cut your hair, the way how you look. If it was curly, you make it straight. Yeah. But if you've been to so much traumatic things, like when you have too much trauma in your body, you start to have cancer because your body holding too much trauma, too much stress, and the body can't fighting anymore, and the cells start to dying. You start to have cancer because you eat rubbish things, you don't eat healthy things, you eat fizzy drinks, energy drink, coffee, you put too much stress on you, sweets, sugar. So one of the things, you start to fast, but if you feel you still don't have the power back, you still think about, you still have huge depression, you are blocked in the past, cut your hair. But if you are just that limit, you want to kill yourself, that moment, go to cut your hair. But I don't encourage you. You need to talk with psychiatry, psychology first. Because, yeah, sometimes you can find the way. But for me, when I cut my hair, like very, very short, in December, I realized I start to let it go. It's still hurting me some things from my past, but I start to let it go, and I start to forgive people. I start to forgive a lot of experience of my life, and I start to forgive myself. And when you see a person changing, doesn't matter if they will tell you or not, you need to understand some people, they make drastic changing in them life because they've been under something very traumatic for the body, for the mind, unconsciousness. And sometimes you don't understand what you've been through because you've been used to be bullying, the people bullying you, abuse you in some sort of way. But when you start your healing process, you start to recognize what's happening in your body and all your trauma and everything. That's why it's so important to have therapy, to eat healthy, to fast, to pray to God for what you believe, depending what it's your religious or what it's your belief. Fast from food, alcohol, sweets, sugar, sex. Yeah, it's very important. And stay with yourself, stay far away from social media, fast from social media, television, everything. Just go to walk outside, start to read books, start to learn new things, and cry, make a lot of bath, do a lot of self-care, self-improvement, try to believe in yourself again. And one of the things very important, cut your hair because you're gonna detach from your past memory and you're gonna go through healing to depression. I know sound, oh, you are crazy. To be honest, between to go so deep in through the emotion to until you want to kill yourself and to cut your hair, I choose to go to cut my hair because obviously you cannot find yourself anymore. You can you don't know who you are anymore. Doesn't matter how much you're gonna look back, oh, I used to be very strong, I used to be like that, like that. You're not that person anymore. That person died. So you need to change yourself, and yeah, you're gonna go back to your normal hair color. You're gonna go back to everything, but not the same person like you used to be. And yes, like I'm talking about Deni Moore, she been through a lot of therapy. And she been through a lot of therapy, and I've been watching, and I try to understand why she cut her hair. Why I feel so pulling to cut my hair very short. And yeah, it was shocking. I cried in the moment when I cut my hair, and in I was looking to my mirror, and I was such a shock because I was looking like my father. I was basically my father twin. And yeah, that's why a lot of people from blonde they go to brown to or dark hair, from the dark hair go to blonde or to pink or to very crazy color in the hair because they try to detach from the memory. Unconscious, you don't know, but I tell you, this is the moment when you start to healing from your past trauma, because your healing process is started. Doesn't matter if you know or not. Doesn't matter. When you start to cry, you go have a heavy night of crying, stay in the bath and crying. You feel like your heart basically it's broken like that, and you feel like every single thing's like your heart, your soul is hurting you. In that moment, you just detach from old version of you. It's a huge bridge. And believe me, I've been in too many times. I was in bed, I was feeling like when I was shouting to the pillow, I was feeling like my all soul, it was getting out of me and broken like that and coming back and hugging me, and I said, it's gonna be okay. And I was crying, and I said, God, help me. God, heal me. So God put me step by step going unconsciousness and heal and pray and fast and heal and pray and fast and pray. And it's very important. It's very important to understand this journey. When you see this thing, the hair is gonna grow. My hair start to be more rich, more thick, but it's very important because I realized in the past I was have such a thin hair. I was start to lose a lot of hair, and I realized also when I was have COVID and I was dying, my hair it was dead. It was I don't know how to explain. It was like a metal. It wasn't anymore a hair. So the same, I was cutting my hair. I started to fast, pray. I was looking after me, and I become a new person. If you watch a video, you can see my video, and you're gonna see from beginning of COVID and after COVID how I start to glow, and I start to with God, because I will start to pray. I start to fast. I was there with God, and it's very important to understand this journey. When God put you to cut your hair, doesn't matter if you cut like that. It's mean a part of memory they need to go, because you had that too many bad memory, what you still holding, and is killing you. Yeah. So when you've been so dramatic experience, try to cry a lot. Try to detach from the past memory. I know it's hard. Oh my gosh. I know. I'm still under the therapy. I'm still under trying to find myself back. I try to still find my power. I still try to find the happiness to wake up every day, to change everything in my life. And yes, I want to be more optimistic, to see the way how I was in the past. Like, uh I was happy just because I was alive, just because I had the opportunity to go on the streets, to walk, to see different part of, I don't know, world. And it's so, sometimes it's so blessing to be alive and to start every single day with good vibration. This is the part of God say, cut your hair, detach from your old wounds, old past memory, old dramatic trauma experience. And that's why in this journey, I know is I look different with no hair. I look like a man. I look a boy. But for me, it's very important to understand myself and to give space to myself to heal, more than to prove to others, oh, I'm so sexy, I'm so gorgeous. We're getting there. But I don't want to prove no one nothing, because I realize looking for provements, to prove to everyone, to look for a validation, it was one of the trauma, because I never was happy. And now I don't look for this such a things. I don't care anymore what the people. Yes, there are still things what they hurting me. There are still things they trigger me. Like when a woman tried to make me to feel like I didn't done enough, I didn't prove enough, and I see her, I feel her insecurity. I start to copy that feeling, and I'm still working to detach from people feelings, because I understand I've been there. And yeah, sometimes, your job make you frustrated, your relationship, your family, everyone around you, but you need to work with that, because it's not your trauma. Sometimes you copy your family, your job, colleagues job, boss feelings, frustration and everything, and you take it with you, and it's not your feelings, it's not you, doesn't belong to you. That's why, yeah, I know it's hard when you cut your hair, because you look in through the mirror, you realize, where is my beauty anymore? I don't have beauty anymore, but the beauty is still inside of you. Didn't disappear, just he's bleeding on the moment. It's bleeding so well, so much. That's why you need to detach and detach and detach. It's the memory when you say, I don't care if I'm beautiful or not, or I'm handsome enough. I need to find myself. That's why, if you see people on the television or commercial or something, they cut the hair, say something traumatic they've been in their life. Maybe they don't remember, but there was. Anyway, take care. God bless you. And understand it's very important to don't go to hurt people. So go to understand them. Don't judge them. If you can help them, help them. If you don't know how to help them, don't go to abuse them, talk bad about them, bullying them. Walk away. Sometimes you can damage something already they've been so damaged, and maybe you don't realize, but you can say something to someone and they can go home and they end the life. And it's not funny with that. They can kill themselves for just one words, because they already have enough, and you put more, that's it. So please look after you and after others. It's very important. God bless you.